Welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic, and I've got some more Masters of the Universe news about this upcoming Masters of the Universe film from Sony that I've been hearing about for over a decade. Anyway, so I'll get into the article. This article is from Screen Geek. Masters of the Universe release date being pushed back to 2020. A new live-action adaptation of the iconic He-Man and the Masters of the Universe franchise has gone off and on ever since the first adaptation was produced by Canon Films in 1987. While the new movie will serve no connection to the initial adaptation and instead focus on an entirely new continuity inspired by the toy lines and animated series, it looks like the film won't be making its original 2019 release date. The new He-Man movie was first announced for a December 2019 release, and obviously since filming hasn't even begun, Sony Pictures has moved the release window all the way back to 2020. It was previously reported that Adam and Aaron Nee would be attached to direct the project, while they'd work from a script written by duo Art Markham and Matt Holloway. While the majority of details are far from being announced, it is being reported that He-Man will be portrayed by actor Noah Centineo. It's definitely a different choice for the iconic character, which was previously brought to life in live-action form by popular action star Dolph Lundgren. The new He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie will be produced by escape artists Todd Black, Jason Blumenthal, and Steve Titch, as well as Devon Franklin. The film will be executive produced by David S. Goyer. So, David S. Goyer. That guy. I find it hard to believe he still finds work. Anyway, the article just goes on to talk a little bit about what the concept of the film might be. So, they're still going with this. I hope they're not going with this. I hope this is something that they jettison. This was I think a Goyer idea. Was Adam and He-Man and Skeletor being brothers and both being sons of King Randor, and King Randor being a descendant of the Grey Skulls. They did have King Randor and Skeletor related, so he was He-Man's uncle technically, but I don't know. I was never really a fan of the idea of Skeletor being related to He-Man in any way, shape, or form, especially not a brother. Always they've never interacted on that level of like a scorned brother. It's not like a Thor-Loki relationship. They've never had that in the comics or cartoons. Like, it just seems too much of a faraway thing. But as for this film being pushed back, I'm not surprised in the least. Like, December 2019, and they only got one person that's in talks to play in the film, and that dude's got to do a lot of bulking up if he's playing He-Man. I mean, unless he's playing just Prince Adam, and they're gonna somebody else is gonna play He-Man. I don't know how they're gonna do it, because at least this gives this guy time to hit the gym and really pump up big time to play He-Man. Because I mean, the guy should be pretty buff. He should be at least, in my opinion, the guy should be no smaller than Chris Hemsworth in Thor. Like, no smaller than that. I think that's like the smallest he should be is Thor size, the guy who plays He-Man. And I think that all the characters should be buff. Everyone that plays Skeletor, it should be like 300 almost. Everyone should be ripped. Even the women, everyone should be buff in this movie. It should be like a Frank Frazetta painting come to life. That's what I think the look of the film should be. But what do I know? But this movie has been Sony just cannot get this one going. Like, for whatever reason, they just keep renewing the license. Sony just has to let this go and let someone take it who's going to do something with this. And now if they actually do make a movie, from what I'm reading about the whole Keldor, He-Man being brothers, and it's going to be crap. I have no faith in Sony making a good Masters of the Universe film. Sony doesn't have a very good track record with their films. I mean, look at Ghostbusters 2016. And then the last few Spider-Man movies that Sony helmed before they put Spider-Man in the MCU. I mean, they kind of bounced back a bit with Venom and Into the Spider-Verse, but they've got a lot more misses than they do hits in recent times, and even to the point where their film division was like in deep financial trouble. So I don't know. I don't know, I'm not really excited for this movie if this thing even gets made. I wouldn't doubt, but you'll hear that this whole thing, the bottom fell out of it. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you to all of my subscribers, and thank you for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification when new videos are uploaded.